Hello, welcome to this latest video. This is my new view where I've been testing the DWARF 3 smart telescope, or my DWARF 3, which is not sponsored by any chance anyway. I've just enjoy using it when the occasion comes around. So here I'm actually going to go into the auto track mode. Point it, that's the Strait of Gibraltar, by the way. So I've selected UFO mode down the bottom. It's now saying it's detecting. So I'm just making sure that the focus is correct. I don't use continuous autofocus here because it's going to get lost in between. It won't know what to actually search for. So I recommend it leaving it off. Make sure it's set though beforehand. So we can see at the top here, I'm just changing from 4K 30 frames per second to 1080p 60 frames per second. Checking the focus. So what we're going to get here is a higher frame rate, is a more fluent screen in the sense of no stuttering or more frames. So the anything passing through is going to be captured. There are more frames on there, the flow is going to seem smoother. So when I go in later, I can upscale this recording from 1080p 60 frames per second up to 4K 60 frames per second. And then we can see what happens there. So this is actually just now stuck in the sky because it's on lock mode, but it's obviously noticed something, so it started moving. Now, it's always important that this thing doesn't move towards the sun, and because that could damage the device. Most likely will, from what I've heard, without the goggles on it. So don't never let it point itself at the sun without the protection. So it's moving around. This happens quite occasionally. Well, normally on my device, since any type of upgrade. So I'm going back in the general mode now because it's just moved over. I just want to check something here. Also going, as soon as it goes onto the wide screen, it'll always show you the frame rate at the top. So I'm just going to point this out way at the back there. Apologize to any of my neighbors who feel their privacy is thing, but there's nobody there. I'm jumping over. So there's a bird just gone through. So now we can see this is actually Ceuta. So I'm changing the frame rate again at the top. You can see here 1080p 60 frames per second. So you just actually touch the button or touch the screen at the top there, and I check the focus. So now that's pointing way out there over the Mediterranean to the North African coastline, which heads south. So south for me is exactly towards Gibraltar. So I was actually now checking for what the flight tracker is doing, waiting to see if a plane is going to land in Gibraltar, because it was a really nice clear day, as we can see way down the coast there. Wonderful clouds there in the far distance. Birds flying through view. And yeah, I have actually seen helicopters which fly to Ceuta. I can pick them up. It's so difficult to track them though, because they're so small, especially if they're black. But these are the boats just chilling out there in the I'd say bottleneck, or where it goes to Strait of Gibraltar heading into the Atlantic. But this is definitely the mid side, or Mediterranean side to be more precise. So I'm just trying to check, see like, okay, well, at what distance can I pick it pick it up, because at some point it's got to come down to land, right? So it's not at that high altitude. So I'm just, and there you go. I got it. And the Dwarf actually manages, look at that. And there you go. It captures something, then bit of adjusting, even though it gets hectic. And there you go. Boom, it got it. So I just got the autofocus. I clicked it on here to try and, now I have something in focus without targeted on. So it has something buzzed by. So that's why I'm just checking that the focus is correct for that object. And at some point I should get rid of that focus box on the right, but it's tracking it pretty good, isn't it? So there we can just see the boats on the bottom, everything passing through. And this one is landing at Gibraltar Airport. And it manages to track it, as we'll see. The stuttering was from I think could be from the screen recording. I'm not quite sure. This is what we're watching here. This is from the iPad. Look at that. So it gets it down all the way. There it starts losing it. Can't quite get it there. But it picked up the horses. But there it touches down. No. Should be touching down. So, yep. I hope you enjoyed that track mode. Any questions on what you should try and do there? Any other settings? Just let me know. The other videos are coming. I'll post that. That one's going to follow up the original one, and I have a slow motion one done in Topaz video, which is going to come up. Enjoy. Please like, share, and enjoy my other videos.